what's been on my mind. Sick and tired of the 9 to 5 in the city light. Hey, darling, we could get out of town, see the beautiful world around, wanna see it now. Pack our bags and get in that car, leave a little note and we'll drive real far.
Hi friends, good morning. You want to say hi?
Hi.
It is Friday morning, and oh, you want to show off your hair? Maddie's got her little hair extension in today.
Yeah.
You look so beautiful. All right, go buckle up.
I put glitter in it.
Yeah, go buckle up.
Okay.
It is Friday morning. Maddie and I are headed to her appointment in the city. Yesterday, her neurologist and I talked several times, and his staff, because she had 6 seizures the night before after doing her sleep deprived EEG, EKG, and they said they pulled her results of her testing, and she had some major brain abnormalities on the left side of her brain, and that we needed to come in today to discuss it all. And so
We need this out now.
we're up, we're moving, we're ready, and we're going that way. But good
I
morning.
need to take my hair extension out for something.
You're gonna, if you take it out, I don't know how to get it back in. Mika put it in.
I know.
Okay.
He knows how to put it in.
Okay.
It's really glittery.
Anyways,
I'm gonna put it in my bag.
okay, we're gonna get on the road. I put you snacks in there.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, and lip gloss.
Thanks.
Yep. Anyways, we're gonna get on the road. I'll let you guys know what he says. I'm very anxious for this appointment.
Yeah, me
So.
too, but I'm sleepy. I'm gonna put on my mask.
All right, you sleep on the way.
That's what I'm gonna do. I already have a blue stripe in my hair.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't testing our experiment.
Okay.
Well, I'm waiting for them to call my name.
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing.
Yeah, and then what?
And then after all the appointments and stuff at the hospital, we are gonna go get some tacos, make some, and then bring some to my mom's dad because he likes those tacos.
Because they're good, aren't they?
Mhm.
What kind of tacos does he want? Do you remember?
No,
He
the
wants,
ones you got last time.
yeah, he wants the El Carbone, and he wants a lingua taco. No, he doesn't. He got lingua yesterday. He wants a hatch green chili taco, and he wants a Big Mother Trucker taco.
He wants to try all
And what kind of taco do you want?
I don't know, maybe the same as last time.
Chicken taco?
Mhm.
Yeah.
With extra cheese.
All right, let me see how good it is.
That's really good.
I'm spending $115 on a 40-pound bag of dog food. So, which one you want, doggy? That one? No? Which one? Hey, what about this one? Baby train. You like it?
I think she likes it.
Look at her. You gotta think about it. Oh, that one smells pretty good too. You want gravy train? What do you want? Hurry.
Hi friends, good evening. It's 7 p.m. and we are just now headed home. We had Maddie's appointment in Oklahoma City. We went to that, and then we grabbed lunch, and then we took my dad some food, and he asked me to take him to run a few errands, so we did all of that, and we just got him and his groceries and stuff dropped off, and we're headed home. And I have to make dinner still, and it's 7 p.m.
Yep.
And then I still have to come back to town tomorrow to get Maddie's meds because some of them aren't in yet. But I thought I would give you guys a quick update on her neurology appointment today. So we saw her doctor, and essentially what we found out was that she has an issue in the central area of her left frontal lobe. There are a couple different things it could be, so he's ordering an MRI, and they should be doing it in the next few weeks. But he said that in her left frontal lobe, either there is a misfold in her brain that was created in brain development, and he said with that, it depends on the location, the type of misfold, how big it is, and really on location, because that could affect a lot of things. And so he said that depending on the location and such, it would be something that could possibly be repaired and never have a seizure again, or it could be something that he wouldn't want us to comfortably repair because it could cause an issue with speech, communication, and a lot of other things. So there's like a 75% chance that it's something that is a misfold. Now, there could be a like 15% chance there's nothing going on. There is no misfold or anything like that. That her brain is in perfectly fine, good condition, but there's just a misfire in there. And if it's that, then she will stop having seizures sometime before she's in her 20s. And she could just, be on medication until her body kind of outgrows it. With the misfolds, like I said, there's a possibility that it's something that could be fixed with surgery, or there's a possibility that it would be unsafe to do surgery and she'd just have to live on medication for her whole life. And then there's about a 10% chance that there's some sort of tumor in her brain. He said because it's a 10% chance, he can't just ignore it and not tell us anything about it being a possibility, because there is a chance. But it is only a 10% chance, so it depends on if you look at a 10% chance of a tumor as, only 10%, or, oh my goodness, 10%. But he said, really, we should just pray on that that's not the case, and just pray hard, and if that ends up being it, then we'll cross that bridge when we get there, and, we'll wait and see what the MRI says. He said that her medication needed to be upped because he feels like that while it's controlling her seizures on an everyday basis, and she hasn't had seizures since being on the medication until this past few days, that he feels like it's controlling day to day. But under stress or lack of sleep or under the testing and things, that it's too much on her, and that then she's having the seizures. And so essentially she just needs a higher dose, because if we have storms and she's up all night, or she's sick and she's up all night, or we're just busy and it's a late night, or any type of issue keeps her from getting enough sleep, or she's under a lot of stress, or whatever's keeping her from sleeping at night, that she will tailspin and start having more seizures. So we're going to up the medication. We're going to try a little higher dose and see where that gets us. And if it works, then good. And if not, and she, for some reason, we have an incident where maybe we're awake all night in the storm shelter, and then the next day she starts having seizures, then we know we need to up it again. So we did that. We talked about all that and everything, and we're keeping her on the same medication because she has had 0 side effects. So we're staying with it, just a higher dose. And then they're calling her in a sedative for the day of her MRI because she's a fidgeter and she can't be fidgeting during the MRI. So she'll take that 30 minutes before, go do her MRI, and we'll have a clear idea of which of the possible outcomes we're looking at with her MRI. So right now all we can do is just pray and pray hard. And I mean, our best possible outcome would be that she's gonna outgrow them. But we'll see. But I just kind of wanted to give an update on how her appointment went, because I kind of, I sat down yesterday and kind of told you guys like her whole seizure story. And so, she's officially been diagnosed with epilepsy, as well as having some type of...
I got the glitch.
The glitch. That's what Maddie calls it, the glitch. As well as having something wrong with her central front left lobe. So, this isn't going to be an easy journey for us. And I've had people say, oh, well, it seems like your kids have a lot of problems. Yes, I'm aware. My kid's arthritis doctor, my kid's neurologist, my kid's asthma doctor, they all agree that there's genetic things going on with my kids. And Mika's genetic testing has proved that to us. I mean, she tested positive for 2 forms of dwarfism. She tested positive for 3 kinds of brittle bone disease. She tested positive for the HLA-B27, which is the ankylosing spondylitis gene. She tested positive for rheumatoid arthritis. She tested positive for a gene that has to do with Ehlers-Danlos. She tested positive for another one. What was it? There was another one, and it just escaped me. But anyways, her genetic testing was wild, and they didn't even test her for a lot of things that I wanted them to test for, because with her older brother having certain issues, I wanted to know if we needed to be aware of those being possible issues that we face with her later. And they said because she hadn't specifically experienced those issues on her own yet, that insurance would not cover the testing for it, and it was like thousands of dollars. Ironically, a month after the fact, she started developing tics like CJ, and so, I mean, we know she has Tourette syndrome as well, and we didn't do the testing to find that out, we just knew it. And she's actually going to go see the neurologist too. But I mean, we are genetically predisposed to a lot, and it stinks. I mean, it does. My sister and I have a lot of health problems, and between us we have 8 kids with a lot of health problems, and it is what it is. All we can do is love them thoroughly, and do our best to take care of them the best we can, and to make sure that they go into adulthood with the best health and the best doctors and the best options in life. I mean, as children, we did not go to the doctor. I did not ever go to a doctor until my first seizure. I didn't go to a dentist until I was 24. Our parents didn't take us to doctors. We didn't at all. The first doctor I actually went to was an OB-GYN while I was pregnant. It wasn't even a primary doctor. We never went to doctors, and we thought that was normal. You just don't go to the doctor. So up until I started having major health problems, it wasn't even a thing I did. And now I have a primary doctor, especially in the last 5 or 6 years. I go see my primary doctor every 3 months. But we want to instill in our kids that while we do like to take the natural approach to a lot of things as far as our health care, that doctors can be good, and they can be facilitators to helping us figure things out. And it's a matter of finding a good doctor that will work with you and not just be demanding of you, because there are doctors who are like, oh, you're going to do this and this is this, and they don't let you communicate with them. And I'm big on having to have a doctor that you can...
Are we almost home?
Yes, we're almost home. A doctor that you can work with and will work with you. And will communicate with you about things. And that's something that I'm so thankful for with the neurologist that we found, because the neurologist that CJ originally had for 4 years was awful, but we couldn't find another neurologist for a while because everybody kept saying that only Children's had the only neurologist, and we didn't know Integris had a children's wing until CJ got transported there when he stopped breathing a couple years ago because his asthma. And yeah, bad asthma. And so he had been seeing this doctor for 4 years at neurology there. She told us that it takes at least 15 years to get a neurological diagnosis for everything that was going on with him. She wouldn't send him for any type of testing. We didn't get one MRI, we didn't get one EEG or EKG. We didn't get, anything done. No, not any imaging, nothing. But she would have him for 4 years come in every 3 months, and she would do an evaluation and check his reflexes and stuff, and then she'd send us home. And then they'd bill the insurance thousands of dollars for that visit. But all of that to say that once we switched to Integris, we met with this doctor. Yeah, our dirt road is horrible right now from the rain, from the flooding. But anyways, we met with this doctor at Integris, and he, within CJ's first appointment, was like, first of all, he spent like 2 hours talking to us. He discussed everything that's been going on with CJ for last, now 5 years. And we went over all of CJ's health history, all of her family health history. He diagnosed him as having syncope, Tourette syndrome, and and absence seizures. And he said that if CJ was sent for genetic testing, he guarantees they're all linked to the same gene, and it's something that genetically runs in our family because all of us have the same issues that go on. He put CJ on a medication, and CJ hasn't had another seizure since. CJ has passed out twice since, but that's her it. And he was passing out 10-12 times a week. So, we've made immense waves since switching doctors, and I felt very comfortable when Maddie's health fell apart with getting Maddie in with him, because I knew he was going to take care of the situation. But I do feel like that's important, and I think it's important for my kids to know that you need good doctors and you need a good relationship with your doctors. And something I love about the doctor that they have is I can email him, call him, anything at any time if one of the kids is having an issue, and he will get back to us. He doesn't leave us struggling with what to do. So, I feel good about the situation with the doctor that Maddie is seeing, because I know that he is going to take care of things. And we're just going to pray for the best possible outcome with all of this, because it is a very scary situation for her with her health. But I just kind of wanted to give you guys an update, and it's 7:15 and I'm just getting home, and I still have to make dinner. So I'm going to get off of here, and we're going to get up my driveway, get inside, and get dinner going. And Maddie needs to change because she got out of the van at my dad's house, got mud all over her hands, and wiped them all over her beautiful little yellow dress. So I've got to stain treat that, because Oklahoma mud doesn't come out of much. But I will talk to you guys in a little bit. I've got to get inside and get dinner going. This morning before we left, I took out a family pack of boneless, skinless chicken thighs with no actual plan on what I was going to do with them. But I'm going to turn these into fried chicken bites. So I cut the bigger ones into 3. I cut the smaller ones into 2. And I mixed up some flour with Cajun seasoning, turmeric, paprika, salt, pepper, onion, and garlic. And I'm whisking this up. I have some milk and egg in another bowl. I'm going to dip the chicken in the milk and egg, and then the flour, milk and egg, and then into the flour. And then we're going to fry these and just make everybody like boneless fried chicken bites. This morning before we left, I made a bacon ranch pasta salad and put it in the fridge so it has chilled all day long. So I'm just going to give that a mix before we serve it, and I'm going to make up some peas. James has some leftover ranch beans in the fridge that he is going to heat up and eat with his dinner.
You are faithful, faithful through all things. You are faithful, faithful through all things. You are with us, we are not.
Even though I was just worn out, exhausted, and I've been through a really hard week, I was able to put together a pretty decent dinner and get it on the table for my family and get everybody fed. And we're going to end this video here, but thank you guys so much for coming along with us on this journey we're going through with Maddie and her epilepsy. I'll see you guys next time with another new video, and as always, thank you guys so much for watching these videos. It means so much to us that you guys watch them, that you guys love our family, that you pray for our family, that you care about our family, and yeah, we'll see you guys next time. Bye.